Happy Friday, everybody. Going live because I'm bored. Went to the dentist. I went grocery shopping and um, kind of doing some things, a little bit of research, a little bit of writing. And now I don't know, my brain is just, all I want to do is something relaxing. So that's what I'm going to do. Um, I figured out, um, I think I figured out the thing that was going on with the music, why the bass was so crazy, and like the answer was so simple, it's ridiculous. Just the bass knob on my speaker hookup for the wired speakers, I had the bass up all the way for some reason. Like, I don't know how that happened, but like that was the only thing that was wrong. So kind of silly, but so I'm just gonna hmm um let's see. I'm thinking that I want to do some backgrounds on this one and on the dinosaur that I started yesterday. I was looking at the playback a little bit of this from last night because I looked at it this morning and I was like, how did I do that? I'm looking at this, I was like, how did I do that? And I see like I need to really pay attention to my camera angle a little bit more because I couldn't see how I did it because it like I don't know, all I could see was my arm, which is like okay, well that's not helpful to anybody. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pay attention to that a little more. So I apologize for that. I will tell you that I was taking these artisan markers basically because they were running out. I didn't have enough. Like I don't know. They're kind of old, so I don't know if it's because they're old or if it's just because there isn't that much in these markers anyway. But I as it was running out, I just started trying to get as much out of them as I could. So it was a combination of me like just like stamping the page with it and trying to smear it and whatever, and on there to get as much as I could, and also using water and this little water brush to try and move it a little bit. Some of the color, it didn't really move much, but it did a little bit though in some spots. So, and I had put down yellow and a brown and a little bit of green in here. Um, so that's how this turned out like this. Again, I wish I had my camera at a better angle so I could see what it did, but um, because as I look at this, it's like, I may want to do that again in some kind of way. Um, oh, phone's ringing, but it's the Red Cross. They're asking me for blood. I can't give any blood, not yet. I'm not eating well enough to give blood. I need to build myself up first. Anyway, so I also see I need to do the tongue. I need to figure that out. Um, Possibly do the teeth because I'm gonna make him kind of like he has old teeth, teeth that get used. Thinking of making the background red, actually. Um, or with a lot of red in it, one way or the other. Um, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the characters yet. Not really sure. Um, I do, however, like the idea of blocking out the colors, like I did with the tiger, because it made this seem so much more manageable. Um, yeah. So, but I don't know the colors yet. Something else that I was thinking of working on today is actually the page opposite this tiger page, where the alcohol markers bled through. I'm feeling like I might be in kind of another experimental mode like I was in yesterday, where you just don't give a shit and you just do whatever comes out and hopefully bump into a happy accident. And if not, nothing lost. Nothing gained, nothing lost, whatever. Um, so that's another thing I'm thinking of, and maybe even just doing the background on this to see how much it covers, for one, to see how much certain things will cover the background without bleeding through. Um, yeah, I'm almost kind of feeling that because I really don't like this page anyway. So it's like, if I mess it up, it's like, yeah, so what? You know? So I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use the Marabou art crayons and probably some of these blenders. I don't know which. Might be these. Might be, oh, where's the other big one? This one and the bigger one. Like it. My poor desk. It almost gets to the point of being recovered, and then it's like I'm throwing more stuff on there again. But it'll get there. Is this it? Then I have one that's in it. It must be this one. It doesn't look used. That's where this was. Maybe. Let's put it in there now. I found out something interesting too with this part, that you really can kind of, I wonder if there's anything left in it. Oh, that's interesting. You really can kind of move color around with this part, and it really seems to be in there pretty well. So I haven't ripped it out yet from all the rubbing I was doing with it, and like really like like going down, like, let's see, how can I, you can see it like that and pushing color around. So it seems these are very sturdy, and they're called, are these the Kitsch Buy ones? I think, is this my case? Yeah, I think, oh, Kozes is what they're called. I think. They say 8 pieces. Is that what it says? I need my glasses. I think that's what these are. Yeah, because these ones have some weird name, like Meta something, like that you don't even associate with what these look like. Look, it's dirty. I need to clean it. Oh well. Yeah. So Kozes 6-piece blending, all correcting tools. It says. Yeah. So yeah, I do like these. I've found a use for both sides and both sizes. So I think it's a good thing to have in your coloring arsenal. And where did I put my bag that has my loose stuff? No. Had a sponge thing in there. I don't know where it is. Okay. So let's do this. What color? What color? What color? I'm going to use a color we haven't used before. I've been trying to keep all my blending tools in this box with the Marabou crayons, just because, I don't know, it just seems kind of logical. And the box seems to be able to fit them, so, let's see, let's look at the bird. So I want to try to cover the background. So I probably need a darker color. Also thinking I probably want to use a color that I wouldn't normally use, so I don't waste a color that I like. Oh dear, it could be even pink like that. That would be interesting. Because I probably wouldn't use this for much else. I'm not a big pink person. Orange, I'm too crazy with orange and red, so I'm not going there. This brown, I love this color, so I'm not using that up. I love this color. I love brown in all my pencils and paint and pens, all of them. I don't know if this is, oh, is this brown? It's brown. Ooh, brown and pink. I did brown and pink, which would almost be like the page on the other side. It kind of has a brownish tone. It has ochre, kind of burnt ochre and pink. I find it interesting how on the tiger page, how the pink works with the orange and the brown so well. Um, yeah, it's interesting how that is, which I suppose if you think of, the base of pink is red, and orange is a derivative of red, so I guess it's not that weird that they would work together, but um, yeah, kind of interesting. How the colors you put together can bring a tone up and down at the same time, bring up one hue in it and bring down another hue in it. I always found that really interesting. Which is one reason why when I oil paint and you have to like, and I think I talked about this when View was putting the watercolor palettes together, and I was talking about how in oil painting you have to you put out you squeeze your basic colors out of the tube, and you do kind of have the general palette in mind, but you try and get all of the primary colors to get those out on your palette. At least this is kind of how I was taught. So you have all the primary colors out in your palette. You may wind up using none of, hardly any of some of them, and some of them you may wind up like keep putting more and more on your palette because you used up what was there. Um, but you kind of use each of those primary colors to adjust the hue of um, of your other colors of your the colors that are going to be prominent in the painting. So, and I forgot why I started saying that. I don't remember. I don't remember. And that's why I don't want to do anything important today because my brain is just not programmed, not with that kind of program right now. And I don't feel the need to push it because I did some important things today. So figuring out that stupid, figuring out the base thing, even though the solution was so simple, um, it was really bothering me because I couldn't play music on Restream because of it. Um, and I love the music on Restream. That's one reason why I decided to use it over StreamYard. So I think I'm just going to go over that straw. Let's see how that looks. Is this focus? It's kind of pretty. Yeah. It's one thing I always think about with creating anything, whether it's a food dish, whether you're writing something creatively, writing something, I don't know, whatever, writing a song, writing the music for it, anything. Find more than always have more than one way to begin, and some of those ways you may never use except for just once, and maybe some never at all. But have all of those in your toolbox, because when you feel like you don't know how to begin, you can pull one of those things out that, like, oh, I never use this one. Let me try it this way. And that might be the way that opens the door for you. So they say, I don't believe in writer's block. I only believe in a refusal to begin. You say, well, I can't do that because if I do that, that's not going to be a good way to do it. You're creating something. Who cares? What do you mean there's no good way? That's not a good way. It's a good way if it gets you started. You may not continue that way, but whatever gets you started is good. Okay, I can feel my finger burning already. Shucks. I do like the feel of the. I like the feel of moving this like that, but my finger doesn't. Actually, I think this finger just peeled that spot that got that I gave myself rug burn with from doing this the first time. It just peeled. The dead skin just peeled off the other day. I know I should be using my tool, right? That's what I got it for. I'm thinking if I go over this pink with another color, I wonder how that would be. It's kind of like exciting to think about in a way. So at the orthodontist, they put on my the bracket and the brace on the one tooth that where it came off like 3 weeks ago. Um, so that's back on. So I feel better now. Like my teeth are really, you know, doing what they should do on the bottom. Um, it almost seemed like they were a little stalled out without me having that on there, but that could be my imagination too. But I'd already had like a big move of a tooth at the bottom that like totally like shocked me. It's like, wow, these things really do what they say they do. Um, so I don't think there was that much for them to do there, except I do feel like the tooth, there was the tooth that was missing the bracket was starting to move, whereas before it stayed, there was nothing wrong with that one and it just stayed in its place or whatever and shifted with the rest as that other one moved. And I feel like it kind of like set back a little bit in some kind of strange way. So I'm glad to have the bracket back on there, which means I might feel a little bit of that kind of dull, I don't know, that dull sensation that you get in there where you can tell that the tooth is moving or has some tension on it, which it's not uncomfortable or anything, it's just that you feel it. I feel it. So I think I will definitely use the blender around these little parts, and think I want to use this one. I must have like more of these on my desk out somewhere because I have an empty pack and I got three of these, three containers like this with one of each. And yeah, and I only have this one pack with one in it. I got this pack and then I got another package I can't find. So, technically. I know it's on my desk somewhere here, but with the way my desk looks right now, I don't see it. So I blended it. I think there is a little color left over on it from what I was doing before because I didn't really wash it, but I don't really care. Like I said, this is we're kind of just playing around, experimenting, seeing what's going to happen with this. So okay, and the about back to the orthodontist. So they put the bracket back on the tooth on the left hand side where it had come off, and on the right hand side where I had that wire that for the past week has been poking into my cheek, because it came out of the bracket. Well, she showed me all I had to do was take a pair of tweezers and feed it back through the bracket. But I had no idea how the brackets were constructed. So I didn't know that that was all I had to do. I could have done that myself. There's a hole that's in the bracket, and all I was able to see, all I knew about was the little shelf. It's like a little, it's like the bracket on the outside is like a shelf, and so I thought that's where the wire was um, attached to. But no, behind that shelf, in the middle of the bracket and the side, there's a tiny hole that the wire feeds through. And all I had to do was she said, just take a pair of tweezers and feed that wire back through that hole. I had no idea. So she showed me in a mirror, and so if that happens again, that's all I have to do. But I think that happened because, well, when I was chewing, because I was kind of eating basically normal, and so there was a lot of friction, a lot going on back there just from normal chewing of food and food pushing the wire around. So that I think as my teeth started moving into place, um, there's one particular one that's the reason why I still have um, the lowest level wire on my teeth right now. Is that I had a tooth that, well, I had a baby tooth that did not want to come out a long time ago, like when I was a teenager. And so what they did was they actually pulled that baby tooth because there was a tooth that was behind it, a permanent tooth that was behind it that had grown in. And so back then they were going to actually move that grown up tooth up to the front, but they never finished the process. And I just never thought about it, and it almost looks like it was at the front of my teeth, so it just never bothered me before, um, and it never looked weird or anything, especially because of where it is in my mouth. It's like at the part where your lips cover it. You don't see it because it's at the towards the what do you call it, towards the crease of my lips. It's like at that position in my mouth, so you don't really see that. Um, but so that tooth, they've been moving it, and I do think that that tooth had actually moved further back in my mouth, which is kind of strange. Um, and so they had to move that tooth up to where the rest of my teeth are. Um, and so that's why they left. They still use the same level of wire when I had my what do you call it? When I had my adjustment, because they want to get that tooth all the way up front before they go to the next step. So, and that bad boy has been moving. It's like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So and why did I say that? I'm always forgetting why I started talking about something. Oh, so what happened because that particular tooth had kind of a long ways to go to move up towards where the rest of my teeth were, um, um, comparably or whatever. Um, they left a lot of slack on the wire, um, in the back on the back right hand side of my mouth, which is the bracket where the bracket is where the wire came out. Um, they left a lot of slack there, so much so that like a few days after I got back from my adjustment, I'm like, why do they have the wire sitting there on top of my tooth in a V shape? Like, what the heck? Well, then I looked all of a sudden, and I might have mentioned this in a video um, last week or the week before, that all of a sudden there was no V shape there. It was just like straight wire. So, like, from the movement of my teeth, moving that one tooth up towards the front, it used up that wire that they had as slack. Um, Pretty amazing, and that was a lot of wire too. I think like it looked to me like because the V was like it was like this in my mouth. Oh, you can't see it, can you? It was like that. That was about the size of it. That wire, and now it's totally gone. So that's almost like half. Almost seems like that's like an inch or something like that. An inch of wire that suddenly just, or maybe it's a half inch. I don't know. I'm bad at that kind of stuff. That got absorbed from the movement of my teeth. Pretty cool, actually. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what braces are supposed to do. So they're doing their thing. I don't know if I want to color that or not. I was looking at that, and it's like, I don't know if I want that. Um, well, it's pink. We can say that much. Ah, and that's coming through as kind of olive, and I think that's the ochre color. I feel like I want to work with what's on there somehow. I want to make it blend in. I want to make it like, oh, there's a reason for that somehow. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Hmm. Where do we go from here? I could do. How does pencil go over this anyway? You know what I need to do? I think I do need to go over this spot, even though I like that how that looks on this side. I feel like I need to still cover it. What happened if I covered the whole thing with pink? That would be kind of crazy. Maybe we won't do that. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Just in case whatever I'm doing turns out to be something really cool. Might not turn out to be anything, but if it turns out to be cool and I didn't even have it on camera, that was for me, because I'm kind of like playing with the process to see if it's something I want to repeat someday on purpose with a little more skill. So, just experimenting. I just feel like putting in some crazy colors. I really do. Let's do something really weird. So I just love color. What do we got here? Do you have any of these I haven't opened yet? Did I open this one? This one looks like it. Oh, yes, I did. I did. This is everything. I want green or blue. That's and I think I've opened all of these now. There's this one. It's actually, is this open? This isn't open. Is it? Nope, it's not open. I was thinking about using this color on the dinosaur page. Oh, I don't know if I want to use that because that looks like something that I'll get a lot of use out of. So I think I'll use that one. Let's try. Oh, do I need to do pink on this side too? Probably do. These pages that are coming out. What's on the other side? Ooh, I don't want to get pink on that. Hmm. Hmm. We'll stay on this side. I do like this stuff. Can I work with? I don't know. I just have a thought. I could just stay with it. What if I just stay with the pink? What would happen? So let's just stay with it. And I have a, yeah, let's just stay with it. It's interesting how I feel like lately I've been getting into these kind of like how I do when I'm painting, that I just get into the image and just kind of immerse myself in it somehow. Um, and keep asking it, what do you want? You know, what are you asking for? What do you want? It's kind of, I like that that's happening actually because, well, because I can't paint right now. Um, and what it does for my brain, it really helps my brain relax because it's kind of like this total immersion kind of thing. And I also like it because I feel like in the process I get this kind of um, immersion that where I get like this understanding of shape and form without really intending to, but I get an idea of that as I'm moving because my brain is kind of internalizing the shapes. So that then when I go to draw, some of those shapes just will automatically come out because of what I'd been looking at, which is kind of like the like my drawing professor, who was also my painting professor. Fortunate for me, he wonderful, wonderful human being. Um, he said, he goes, anybody can draw. Anybody can draw. You just have to have, as long as you have eyes, you can draw. Um, because you just keep looking at the object, and you make your hand do what you see. You don't worry about it, how it looks compared to someone else's or whatever. Draw what you see, and stay away from trying to make it look like something, or stay away from trying to make it look like the object that it is. Like what you, if you weren't looking at that object and you conceptualized it, stay away from that. Just draw exactly what you see. And it's weird because it almost seems like a Jedi mind trick or something, but it isn't. You're just drawing what you see. Um, and it's amazing when you look down and you're like, oh my gosh, that actually looks like it. How did that happen? And it happens because you're not drawing, like, say, if it's a tree, you're not drawing what in your head you think of as being a tree. You're drawing the tree that's in front of you. because you're looking at the tree that's in front of you and just focusing on that. And I'm telling you, it works because I didn't think I could draw anything but do anything but fashion illustration, draw people with clothes on. That's it. I didn't think I could do that until I took his class, and it's like I'm drawing things I didn't think I could like ever draw. So it does work. I think it's just a matter of that we don't like to keep our minds still to do that kind of thing. Well, I don't know what the heck this is going to be, but like we're just going there. I'm just going to use them. See, and I feel that painting head thing coming in. Like just put down the color and then blend later, and whatever it turns out to be is what it is. Mm, interesting. The only thing is, like, how would I do? Trying to figure out how to do white. Um, Leaving white space and putting white on this so that it doesn't. I don't know that it doesn't wash out, but it just. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Like, where's the light coming from? That's the other thing that I'm always asking myself. Basically, I hit myself in the head thinking about it because it's something that frustrates me. I need to take a drawing class that focuses on light from a professor who's very kind, an artist who's very kind to me because, like, I'm going to flip out for a lot before I finally like settle down and start learning because I'm so freaked out about it. Kind of like I was freaked out about Prismacolor lilac or lavender colored pencils. Not being able to find a really good lavender. I'm kind of obsessed. I'm gonna try not to think about it too hard right now because then I'll get obsessed and start looking again and ordering every possible lavender pencil I can find to get a real lavender. I don't know why I'm so weird about that, but I think it's because I found that there were times when you need just that color, and I haven't found that color really in anything. And it's like, yeah, I can make my own, but it's not the same as having the pencil. Especially when you're coloring in a coloring book, you don't want to be like doing all this fancy color mixing and stuff. It's like you just want to color. You just want to color. I am having fun doing this. I love this is like one of my favorites. Again, neutral color that comes in handy like in so many places. I'm afraid I think this is going to be the first one I use up. I want to put blue in this guy. Yes, I guess I'm getting over my fear of Kirby, which is kind of nice. It may not look like much, but I'm having fun. I wonder if this is like how you work with pastels. Something that I'm afraid of. I don't like the sound of pastels. It's like too scratchy. Ugh. I'd have to wear some headphones while I was working or something. But then, see, I can still feel it. It's just like playing golf. Like one time I was like forced to go out and play golf, like for a job I had, and then it was raining too. The day that we had to go out. Oh my gosh, what a way to make somebody hate golf even more. But like I could feel when I hit the ball. I could feel it up the entire rod of the club, and it unnerved me so much. I hated that feeling. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And I said that why? Oh, because it's like pastels, the sound of it, and the sensation of it. But even if I wore headphones, I'd still, you know, feel that. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Which is kind of a drag because I got a whole set of pastel pencils, and I probably should figure out how to use them somehow. But it would be nice. I don't know. Have some kind of white space, but I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work here. Not like that. I don't think I have the skill for that. Who knew this bird was gonna be pink? Who knew? Never imagined he would be pink. Oops, not the cloud thing. Something just fell downstairs. My husband dropped something. Must be. Choo choo. Hey, how you doing? Let's put in some ochre. Ochre. Yeah, because ochre and pink together, they make orange. So, I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm liking that combination so much. Good to hear. Me too. I can chew. I actually had a tuna fish sandwich and potato chips for lunch. Good. Enjoy your time. Yep, I can chew. Now I need a redo on that burger I made the other night. I happened to make the burger. It was like medium, and I've never been able to make a burger medium on purpose because that's kind of how my husband likes them, and I'm always like, no, I don't want to see no blood, cook it to death. Um, but and the thing is, I don't really like the taste of a medium um burger that at the moment that it's cooked, but the next day I like it because if I put the burger in the fridge and I eat it kind of like at room temperature, I know I sound really weird now. There's something about it where it just, I don't know, it has all the flavor, it's moist. I don't, blood's not running anymore. And it just has that flavor. And that burger was so good the next day, but then I couldn't really enjoy it because I couldn't really chew. The bison I've had, I didn't like. I don't know. It was almost like it was too gamey for me or something, and I didn't. I think if I learn, maybe I got to cook it like I cook venison or something for me to like it. But I don't want to go through all that for something that's beef-like. And bison don't have any tails, do they? So you can't have bison tail for oxtails. Because they got little bitty things for tails. Don't they? Little nubs. That would be interesting. Bison tails. I know they have balls. Bison balls. I've never had. Yeah, I wasn't. My husband lived in Texas for a little while before we met, and I'm gonna have to ask him. Did he ever have them cow balls or whatever them things are? Curried bison tails. Oh my gosh, that's a whole lot. Curried bison tails. Oh my gosh. Well, if it's thrown away and it's thrown away around people who don't have a lot of money, I bet you that it's been done. So that's where all those foods come from. $400. Oh God. Once they become popular. I think I'm getting closer to blending time. I think. Well, I guess he's looking kind of golden, so that's not too bad. It's not too abnormal for a bird. Right? I got some pink in the background. So I have stuff to make dinner, but I don't know that I'm gonna. I don't really feel like it. Because also what happened when I went to the store, man, I should look at that receipt. I bought a lot of gelato. So I mostly bought the Tahitian vanilla. Those are most of them were just that one. They didn't have any pistachio, much to my dismay. Um, but in a way that's probably kind of good too. That they didn't have it. I think we're gonna do pink underneath too. Bought a lot of the Tahitian vanilla. I got one coffee. And what was the other one? One of them is some kind of cookies and cream, or I don't know, something, but it doesn't seem like it's anything that has. I don't want anything that has like big chunks of things in there, because depending on the day I'm eating it might not be comfortable. But yeah, try to get the low profile ones. And I get the store brand because the store brand was on sale, and the Talenti was not. Talenti was like $6.19 per container. I was like, goodness gracious. I think we're kind of. That's my favorite bit. I do like this tool. See how I'm just gonna. I'm brutal with it. It's not coming out. It seems to be really in that spot, so that's kind of nice. But I do want to not abuse it too much because I want it to stick around for a while. But yeah, there's something about this part that just seems to work well. Even though it pulls some color off, it deposits it back on. So which is nice. Because that's my one thing is like I don't want to use anything where it's just pulling off color, and then I feel like I'm wasting my pigments. I don't want to waste my pigments. I know I have them to use, but still. But nothing gets that nice shine like the finger. And I'm not going to show the finger, but Nothing does it like that. Gets that nice shine. Not doing too well at that right now, but I did put down more color. I could do more color in here. Okay. Oh, the other thing, this thing was what I was waiting for yesterday. I was waiting for this guy, and it didn't come till last night, really late. So I was going to be working with this thing yesterday, and because I got it so late, nope, I didn't. Because I'm going to plug this into this part into my external hard drive that I just got, and then these go to both PCs to hopefully be able to use that external drive with both PCs. So then I can back up my music and I can back up my videos and documents. Um, and maybe, yeah, well, just back them up onto there or and store them onto there. Um, I do need to probably have another copy of some of those things somewhere else, but like for safety's sake, in case that drive failed. But that's the plan. But like because I didn't want to. Anytime you do anything with a computer, oh my god, it's it's rarely as easy as you think it's gonna be, or I don't know. It just I want to have all my wits about me when I do that, so I can be aware. Um, yeah. And tonight, I just don't feel like doing it today. I didn't know. I didn't know. But I don't know if I'm even going to be feel brave enough to do it tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Because once I do that, once I hook the other computer up to the hard drive, I'm also going to have to download the software to it. The software is called Toolkit. So I'm going to have to download that to there. And, yeah, that's like more stuff to do. Yeah, and I'm just not in the mood. Especially since I just got through. Before I came on here, I actually um, uninstalled Google and reinstalled it because it just wasn't acting right. It was one of them updates that kind of just keeps fucking up everything. Excuse my language. I'm really trying not to swear too much. Looks like went and got my car washed on my way home today, and I went through the I went through the wrong one, but like that's okay because like I mean it was fine because I never go through this other one. It's like the laser one. I usually go through the touchless one just because I don't know. It's actually quicker, and there's no people involved. Um, but this one, like they do the thing like they do at Kiss car washes. I don't know if those are like national or not. I love that place. But there is the nearest one to me is an hour. Like yeah, I'm not going there. So I go to this place locally, and there's a young guy there who was like trying to sell me um a deal. Like if you pay this for the I don't know some special membership thing, you can get your wash your car 3 times in a month without any additional charge and blah 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 whatever. Really nice little guy. He's doing his selling spiel. I let him go through the whole thing and had conversation with him and stuff. And it's like, but I don't get my car washed that much. Really, I don't do it that much. But technically, I should be doing it myself. Um, but um, yeah, I don't really. My car is like a 2008, And it doesn't have that many miles on it. It doesn't even have 60,000 miles on it yet. Go ahead and gasp. But what was I saying that for? Um, yeah, I don't need to be getting it like washed 3 times a month. I'm not doing that. It's like around here, it's like especially in the wintertime, you wash it that much, it's just gonna get salt and stuff back on it. Like why? Um, uh-uh. Wintertime is probably like winter, spring is probably when get it washed the most. I'd say one time in the fall, um, one time in the summer, and then in the wintertime, probably 3 times in the winter, spring, because of with the thaw, you get the mud. Um, when we get a thaw or whatever, a warm day, you kind of want to get the salt off your car a little bit. Um, yeah, but I don't. Yeah, 3 times a month. No, not me. I don't even have time in my life to go through the car wash 3 times a month. I kind of like it just like that, without even blending in the colors. To be honest, is that weird? Because I like the white in it. I don't know if this is laziness, or if I'm finally giving in to the art of leaving it alone. You know, when it's time to stop, just leaving it alone. It's hard it's sad when you step over that line and you mess with it longer than it should have been messed with. I actually like those colors. Why do his feet look like hooves in the back? All these creatures got something weird going on with them. Okay, what are we gonna do with them? Yes, I don't know if I'm gonna make dinner. I'm probably just gonna eat gelato, but yeah, I'm probably just gonna eat gelato. Truth be told, I kind of feel that. Even though I can chew, doesn't mean I want to cook. I don't even want to order out. I just don't really want anything. I could make that tomato soup I was talking about, which actually may not be too bad. I could have noodles because I do have some dashi broth left from the other night, but I would want something more than just noodles. I need to put some veggies in there. Which, oh yeah, I did just get some kale. I could do that, or I could just do seaweed. I have some seaweed. It doesn't sound too bad. It's good for you. It's got freaking hooves. What do I do with the hooves? What color are the hooves? I could do this and then this is definitely what I'm in the mood for this afternoon. To just color. I do feel like I need to bring some different pencils out and do something different for a little bit though. But then what if that breaks my stride? Then what do I do? And they say, oh, you shouldn't have blah, 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 blah. I'm supposed to get my my newsprint today, which actually would come in handy with um, for me to color between those pages. Let me see if it got here yet. Something else I've been wanting to do is I actually. Oh, where are you? See me. Where are you? There we go. Um, I've been wanting to make bake cookies. Hmm, Um, found a recipe for peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. It says they're chewy, so that I probably could deal with like on any day if they're chewy. Oh yeah, the newsprint got here. Should I go and get it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go and get it. I'll be right back. My husband's gonna say, "You got another package from Amazon." Here I come. Oh, so okay. Feeling this thing, I'm like, it doesn't feel like 500 sheets, but then I don't know. What the heck? It was open? Oh my gosh! What the hell? Well, they're not going to get a good review for that. Package was freaking opened. What the hell? Oh, that's awful. Well, they're not going to get a good review. What the hell? This is what I wanted, though, but, like, really? This is how you send it? That's a hot freaking mess. Wow. I gotta straighten it out. That's horrible. But this is the stuff I remember getting as a kid in school. That they would give us this to draw on. I don't know if they still do that in school, give me a newsprint to draw on in grade school, but that's what they gave us. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's not even in the package. Like, what the hell? The plastic is really like maybe that's why, but still. Was this ever in the package? Like, really? Could it ever have fit? It doesn't really look like it. That's really strange. Very strange. But, I mean, I'm glad I got it, but that's really strange. This is the name of it. Back on newsprint paper. And I have to trust them that it's 500 pages, because, like, you know, I need to take a picture of this. I suppose I should have. Oh. Or I can, like, capture the screen from here. But that's ridiculous. I don't understand how this could have fit in there. I really don't. That's really horrible. That's never happened to me before. There's very few problems when I've had things. Really. I was wondering why it was so slouchy in the package. It didn't seem like it was 500 pages. Well, this does look like 500, but still. And this one's all bent up. But $7. It was like $6.94 for 500 pages. And now I gotta find a way to keep it safe because this thing is shit. With my language. I don't see how this could have fit in there at all. Like, how? It's like somebody else had this or something, and yeah, that's weird. That's just weird. I need a rubber band. I don't want to take it off of my. I don't even want to take it off of my pens, but I think I'm gonna have to. Because I gotta find the packet of the rest of them. Oh wait, is that it right there? Hold on. Oh, I think there it is. Just my rubber bands. I can't believe that. I gotta give an honest review. I'll be doing that because, like, you don't want paper to come all opened up. Really? I mean, I know this newsprint is cheap paper, but still, it's cheap paper that you intend to use for something, so it should be. Oops. I need like cardboard back on this. done. I won't keep working the last page. I know I have cardboard and something. I'll have to find some. Because the plastic isn't going to protect it. Goodness. Boy, that's tacky. Tacky, tacky, tacky. Put it back in the Amazon bag. Somehow. Oh my gosh. There's a sheet of paper in there. It's awful. Oh my gosh. Boy. It's, I hope they don't always ship it like that. Boy. That's pretty bad. Okay, let me just put it in here. So this I don't mind. This is like just, protection between pages. It's cheap, so I don't mind using that. I don't want to use parchment paper or anything like that because that's too precious in my house for that purpose. Oh, look! Here's the other package of these. And I just need 2 blenders. Let me see, put them somewhere. I think I actually put them in a Ziploc bag. Actually, those other 2. I just can't believe this. Now, where in the world did the 500 pages fit in this? Somebody tell me. Because this doesn't even look like it has. Something's just not right with that at all. Even like the width of this. This just is not. They're lying to me. You're lying to me. Guess who that is. Anyway. Yeah. I'm going to have to tell them about themselves. Hey, Bubbles. Look what he did. I'm playing with the bird. Doing something different. Working with the bleed through from the previous page. I said I was going to make it work for me. So, making it work for me. So, a couple things here. Like, I'm going to have to figure out how to work in that. Because it definitely went on the cloud. So, that's going to be something to try and negotiate. Like, okay, how do we make that look like that was on purpose? Yeah, I think that's the main part. I don't know if I should continue with the same on this page or not. I don't know. Freaking pages are coming out. It's kind of hard to know what to do. Ugh. So, we'll see. I like him like that. Okay, where's my pen? So he's kind of looking like something, which is kind of cool. I don't know how much to deal with that black. I don't want to cover it, but I don't want to leave anything out. Oh, I don't know about the clouds. The mountains and the birds, I like having that. I put some of this on there? Or is it bleed through? Okay, now everything on the desk is like all cockeyed. Maybe it's just me. Is this me? That might have moved. I got the rubber bands. Okay, so we might be done with Mr. Bird for now. Alright, what it did. Just in case. Let me find a pen. And okay, so it's Kirby. Kirby Bird. Nothing would bleed through. Double art crayons. And you know what? I don't think these have numbers or anything on them. I think they're just there. So let me double check. Maybe they got little names on them. No. Oh, yes, they do. Right there. Seeking you shall find. What? Rose beige. Well, why did that go out? There we go. Rose beige. This one's called caramel. Caramel. And rose pink. So that's them guys. And I still can't believe that newsprint came like that. That's just really strange. Who sends paper like that? That's just weird. I could actually put 2 pages. And see, because it's so cheap, I could do 2 pages on these big books. I could use 2 pieces. And it's no big fine. But I'm not gonna right now. Woo! Everything's falling. So I think we're done with Mr. Bird for now. I was thinking of doing the rose beige in the background of this. It might be too much. And I might want to. I don't know how. I don't even know how long. You can tell how much stuff is in here. You go to there. Oh, yeah. My cuticles look awful. They just do. I have to leave them alone so that they won't overgrow and keep them moist. That's what I learned from the salon lady or whatever she's called. The salon life, that lady. Can't pick at them because then the skin it tries to repair itself and so it grows more. So the best thing to do is like moisturize and tuck. That's a lot of moisturizing and tucking I gotta do. But it does work because before they got like this, before I abused them while on break, um, yeah, they were in great shape. I had a feeling I was gonna mess them up while I was on break because I just like I'm doing too much when I'm on break. And that kind of sounds like backwards, but um, yeah. But I do feel like that would be the best color background for this, but I don't know. Um, this one, I said I was thinking of red. I don't know. I almost feel like I don't want to think that hard right now. And I want to just do something light. more. How long have I been on here? An hour and 20 minutes? What I might do is go and come back later tonight or hop on to somebody else's live later tonight. Um, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. And maybe I can like clean up my desk a little bit and email or message those people about that paper. That's really ridiculous. Um, I think that's what I'll do. So we got a good made some good progress with this guy. I don't know what we're gonna do with him after this, but we'll find out. And so I will see you all later. Oh yeah, I know. You said that before. You like that butterfly. That butterfly is hell. It's hell. It's just like trying to think of. I pull out every single purple I have and every single set of pencils I have to like do this. But yeah, I need to finish that, and I probably finish this better when I'm on somebody else's live and other people are talking and I'm just listening. That's like the best way for me to work on this. 'Cause then I just don't, I'm just like immersed in this and that's it. Because there's like so many tiny, you know me, I don't like tiny things. And there's a lot of tiny stuff in here and trying to make each one look different. And it's like, ah! And then there's the other side. So yeah, but I'm glad you like it. Well, I kind of just wanted to keep it just I really wanted to keep it just purple, but in all the different purples, because if you notice, like some of the purples are bluish and some of them are pinkish. So I tried to use some metallics on here, but I don't know if they're really metallicing. I don't think this page comes out, which is in a way is kind of good. I could rip it out. It's like it's basically out anyway, but yeah, I don't know if the metallics are really metallicing in there, but I did use some purple metallics too. Um, yeah, I'm trying to keep it just purple, and then I'm probably this side I'm gonna do a different color and try and just probably just try and stay just that monotone with that side, this side too. So I don't know. I really wish this was like every page was like a folding, like fold out whenever it's a two pager, because it really is sad to have it like split in two. Like that. But anyway, um, so that's it for me for now. I'll be back in a little bit, somehow, some way, on somebody else's channel or on mine. I'm gonna take a break and try and settle this paper shipped and unfitting, totally open and ripped bag situation. I swear this does not look like it fit 500 sheets of paper, does it? Okay, now maybe it does. I don't know. This is just weird. That's weird. Okay, so catch y'all later.